welcome back everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Spyder F3S air filter. This is part of my winter series of getting it prepped for here in West Virginia in the long cold winter. Now my Spyder has the Can-Am air filter, which is like supposed to be good for a million miles, but every year I take it out, clean it, and re-oil it. As far as the regular air filters, the process of removing and installing is exactly the same way. First of all, we're going to find where it's located. I'm going to move the handlebar out of the way. Okay, it's under the left side panel here. You just turn this and pop it right off. All right, looking inside, you can actually see it. It's located right here. Now there are 4 screws, and they're actually, if you look real close, you need a star bit to get those out. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the star bit and actually see what size it takes. With the bolts, I decided on using my T30 socket with the extension set to make sure it can get in there. Just be very careful, because once these come out, you can easily drop them inside your bike. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all 4, and then I'll get right back with you. After loosening all the screws, you can basically pull this right out. As you can see, I left the screws in. I was scared I'd drop them, so just be very careful. Try it in. And we will pull it out. All right, and that's your cover. Set that to the side. Now we're gonna go and look in here. And there's the filter. This filter is just a twist out. So I'm gonna go ahead and reach in there, take it out. Turn it to the left and you pull it straight out. All right, like I said, this is a Can-Am filter. Actually looks pretty good. I don't see any damage, no debris. Okay, also a good idea to look inside to make sure there's no debris inside the air filter tube. I don't see anything. I reached in there, I don't feel anything. All looks nice and clean. All right, so we're gonna take the filter inside and we're gonna clean the filter. Here we're gonna use the Can-Am Recharger. It's the air filter cleaning kit. It includes the actual detergent that cleans the filter and a re-oiler. That's why the filter appears red, because the oil is actually red. All right, it says to clean it under low pressure, warm water. And that's step 1. As you can see inside the box, we have air filter cleaner, and actually the Can-Am air filter oil. The low stream, warm water. Wash it off first. What I'm going to do is spray the cleaner on, and I'm going to let it set for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to spray on a good bit, pretty liberally. Like I said, I'm going to let that set a few minutes and we'll wash it off. And now we're going to wash off the filter. Can-Am recommends letting the filter air dry before you re-oil it. I don't see any damage at all to the filter. The filter looks good. little bit about Can-Am. I've used these in my cars and my bikes. I mean, some studies show they don't cause any horsepower increase or any torque increase, but I tell you what, they do change the intake sound. It gives your vehicle a sweeter sound. And I don't care what they say. To me, I always feel like there's a little bit extra there, like maybe a little bit more torque. Because it does protect just as well as a regular oil filter, but it lets more air in. And you know, more air, more power, I always thought. And I do think there is more power. All right, as you can see, most of the old oil is off. It's not as red as it was. So I'm going to let it air dry, and we'll be re-oiling it here shortly. All right, we're back. Now we're going to re-oil the filter. We're going to, like I said, use the filter charger kit from Can-Am. Now we're going to use the oil. Make sure you shake the can and just spray it on pretty liberally. As you can see, the filter turns back to the bright red color. All right, we got all parts of the filter, as you can tell. I'm going to let this just dry for maybe a half hour or so, then reinstall back into my bike. Right, the filter was reinserted. Make sure it has the correct orientation, because if you see the cover, which is to be pointed up, sits in there like that. So you want to make sure that handle that you see on the Can-Am filter is also turned in the right direction with the Can-Am. As you can see, right side up. All right, the cover's back on. Now basically you get your ratchet again. And just tighten everything back together. And like I said, do each 4 with a T30 bit. All right, we'll get these tightened down and put the panel back on. All right, everything is screwed back in. Everything is secure. Then we just put the panel back on. As you can see, you tighten that up and we are done. Like I said, Can-Am filters are great filters. They last forever. Never have to worry about changing them. They're about $40. Actually, for the Riker, they're around 40, probably around 60 for the Spyder. But they do a great job. And I'll see you next time on Spyder Rider Extras.